Fire babies. Aries, Leo, Sag, what it do? I'm checking in for the week. See what's up with y'all fire babies. I see you watching. You can't ignore the rhythm in my walking. Somebody watching y'all fire babies, watching your walk. Yeah, somebody checking y'all out. Basking in the rays of your sunlight. That's the kind of thing a really good brother does for you. He makes you shine. Whoa. When the bond between you is so strong that nothing's gonna come between you. Everything's fine. You got love. Fire babies, you got love. Smell it all on you. See it all on you. You got love. Smell it all on you. Smell it all on you. You got love. Ooh, your cup is overflowing with love. I hear you rapping for some action. Ooh, he ready for some action. Somebody checking y'all out, fire babies. Reflection from the skin, from the moonlight. You're the kind of sister that a brother want to take home to his mama and show you off. Sexy, spicy, sweet, but free from the drama and your body so soft. You got love, fire babies. Hey. No, the love is real. You got love. All right, I'm going to go on and pause this. You can see the love on you. Smell the love on you. See it all on you. Smell it all on you. Feel it all on you. The love is real. The love is real, baby. Ooh. Fire babies. I feel like the love is real. The love is just pouring all over you. Your cup is just overflowing with love. Look at the love bug coming in. Ace of Cups here. Your cup overflowing with love. Yeah. With fertility. Ooh. I'm getting baby making, giving birth to your dreams, your goals, your desires, baby. You got the love, you got the support, just the overflowing. Yeah. And I feel like somebody checking y'all out, watching how you walk, like they know the rhythm of your walk. Yeah. Ooh, they think you're sexy, sweet, and spicy, but free from the drama. Somebody got the love Jones. I got a love Jones for you. Somebody got a love Jones. Somebody in love. That was You Got Love by Kendrick the Family Soul featuring Snoop. They are a married couple. They've been married for a while now. They got 6 kids, and I think they got 2 grandbabies now. So I don't know, fire babies, maybe you've been married or with your significant other for a while now. You got kids, you got grandbabies. Life is just progressing. The love is still there, the family. Yeah, ooh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, fire babies. I'm feeling all giggly and googly and lovingly. Yeah, that's nice. That's beautiful. Love is beautiful. Yes, it is. Let me first of all say, fire babies, that I cuss like a sailor. So if cursing is something that you would prefer not to entertain, if cursing is something that offends you, I'm going to ask that you return to Tarot Universe to find a tarot reader that is more suited to your liking, because I'm still going to fucking do it. I'm passionate about my shit, and it may just come out in a vulgar way. So again, if cursing offends you, please return to Tarot Universe. I just want to make sure you're getting your reading the way you want to get it, okay? I'm not offended, baby. Not at all. As always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I am not offended. Again, if it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. I'm talking to Aries, Leo, Sag placements. Okay, so everything may not resonate with you. I just encourage you to take what resonates and leave the rest for who it is for. Okay, thank you very much. Again, just take what resonates with you. Everything may not resonate. Just take what's for you and leave the rest. Let me also say that the messy shit will come out in the reading. As always, it's never to offend you. It's never to belittle you. The last thing I want to do is get on this app and offend or belittle anybody. I am never here to do that. Never, never, never. But you know, when we talk about healing, it's a messy process. And you have to be able, you have to be open to taking a look at your mess in order to heal, in order to grow. If you don't, you stay stuck, unhealed, unevolved, repeating patterns, making the same damn mistakes over and over again. And then you're sitting there wondering why shit ain't working out the way you want it to work out. It's because you got to do your inner work. Yeah. You know, take accountability for the part that you play in your mess. You know, how are you thinking about things? How are you communicating about things? What is your perspective on things? You know, you have to really sit in it. Yeah, baby, you really have to sit in it. And it's not an easy process. In fact, we're always healing. We're always healing from something in life. Yeah, we're always healing. It's a forever process. The key is not to get stuck to a point where you're not healing, where you're not doing the work, you know, in order to grow, heal, and evolve. Yeah. Yes. And I'm going to say the big word forgiveness. You know, forgiveness has a lot to do with healing. Not only forgiving yourself, but forgiving others. The forgiveness is not for the people that hurt us or do us dirty. The healing is for us, you know, in order to, you know, heal and grow and evolve. You have to be able to forgive. That doesn't mean that you have to be in a relationship again. That doesn't mean you have to be besties again or any of that. It just means you release the anger, the rage, the sadness, the shame, whatever it may be. You release that shit. The grudge, you release it. You forgive it. And you move on with your life. Yeah. Again, it doesn't mean, you know, that you have to be back in a relationship with that person or back besties with that person. It's just not relevant to your life anymore. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to say, you know, maybe there's some things you have to forgive, fire babies. Yeah. You know, in order so that you can, you know, grow and evolve. Yeah, move past it. Yeah. But yeah, again, I'm never here to offend anyone or belittle anyone. I get messages through music. So if I'm ever playing a song, go on and listen to that song. There is a message that the Holy Spirit is trying to convey to you through that song. I may even get a movie. So if I ever throw a movie out there and you have time, go on and watch it. I may bring up things going on in the world or with other people in the world, celebrities and shit, that may relate to what Spirit is trying to convey through your message. You know, but either way, you know, take what resonates, again, as always. And leave what's not for you. Let me say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you for watching. If you have not, please subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button. Please like, please comment, please share. I would so appreciate the interaction. I think I've been at this for a couple of years now, so I would really love to get my subscriptions up. So again, if you have not subscribed and you are watching or cross-watching for a fire baby, go on and hit that subscribe button. Yes. All right, let me go on and get into this, because fire babies, I feel the love. So the fire signs, of course, are Aries, Leo, and Sag. You got a couple major arcanas out here. Yeah, then you got some pentacles out here. So some money things. This may be about money, Saggy babies. A little overpouring. Yeah, I feel like money is just overpouring right here. Money and support overpouring. Over here, there might be a little danger going on with some money. Yeah, but we'll see what it be. So I was playing, like I said, You Got Love by Kendrick the Family Soul. Like I said, I just feel like the love is just pouring, seeping out of your pores. Your cup is just overflowing with love, fire signs, which is beautiful. Hopefully. I'll say this is the cups. Ace of Cups is water energy. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. I always say cups are toxic to the wands, to the fire babies. I would never recommend a water sign to a fire sign or a fire sign to a water sign. But I always talk about maturity. You know, having the mental capacity to be mature and to compromise when it comes to your relationships. Yeah. I think I was doing a bonus reading for Aquarius, and you know, I was talking a lot about, you know, compromising and, you know, not always having you can't always have your way, you know, when or be in control, you know, in your relationships. It's about compromising with one another. Yeah. And a lot of us have not, even in our big ages, have not reached that level of maturity. Yeah, so I think I don't know, it's a lot of maturity that needs to happen in this section. At least when it comes to, you know, love and relationships and your money, you know, spending your money wisely. We do got a page card here, that's children. Oh yeah, heavy fertility here. Yeah, baby. All right, I'm just being drawn to this middle section for some odd reason. In fact, I'm pretty drawn to this whole reading because you got two major arcanas right here, the Magician and the Hierophant. Yeah. All right, let's go on and get into this shit and see what's going on, fire babies. We are in Gemini season. If there are any air signs cross-watching, all of your bonus readings are up. So go on and watch. I was thinking about the Roots picnic. I believe Jay-Z was there the first night and T.I. was there the second night. But baby, Jay-Z's performance, immaculate. I don't know who arranged the music for that set, but baby, they did one hell of a job. I'm just thinking about him and Jasmine Sullivan. They toured. Jasmine Sullivan, she got up there and sang her ass off, baby. Yeah. I think they had Bayou up there too. Memphis Bleak, Freeway, Beanie Siegel. What's those other two guys' name? Chris and Neve. Yeah. I mean, baby, that was a time. That was a time. That's when I was out there having a time, you know, up in the parties, just living life, baby. So I loved it. It brought me back to a time, you know, when life was just fun. Yes, indeed. Jay-Z also has a concert coming up in July at the Yankee Stadium. So I know that's gonna be the bomb. If they mix that music and arrange that music like they did for that Roots picnic, baby, that's gonna be a time. I wish I could go, but I got my kid graduating, going off to college, and mama is pinching pennies, baby. I am a fire sign, so I noticed that there are some pentacles out here. So this may resonate with me a lot too, because I am pinching pennies, child. Oh man. If I would have known this, I would have started planning for college before I even conceived the child. So fire babies, I'm gonna say, if you plan on conceiving a child, starting a family, start saving your money now. On some real shit. Start saving your money now. All right, so some cards that flew out were the Star card and the Ace of Wands. The Star card speaks a lot about hope, faith. Even if it's as tiny as a fucking mustard seed, have faith. Yeah, keep hope alive. It speaks about your purpose, having purpose, renewal, nourishment, stripping yourself of limiting beliefs, fire babies, that hold you back. Strip yourself of those limiting beliefs that hold you back. Realize who the fuck you are. And you know what? I think Jay-Z, maybe that's why that's coming up. Because I think Jay-Z had to remind people who the fuck he was. A lot of people been playing with Jay-Z over these couple of years. And he had to remind people who the fuck he is. Jay-Z is a Sag. So fire babies, you got to remind people who the fuck you are. People forget. Yeah, people forget, and they start playing with your name, playing in your face. Yeah, you got to remind them who you are. Strip yourself of limiting beliefs. Realize who you are. No matter what life throws at you, you are always connected to the divine. Baby, you got the Hierophant out here. This is some type of spiritual teachings and wisdom. Yeah. Take it as it resonates. I don't know what your religion is or your spiritual rituals, but I feel like this whole year I've been talking about spirituality and tapping into your spirituality, getting grounded spiritually, working with a spiritual guide. Yeah, you gotta have some type of spiritual connection, no matter what you believe in, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, whatever it may be. You have to have some. You have to be connected to something greater. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, you are always connected to the divine, blessed by the universe. Peaceful. It's about a peaceful, loving life. The Star card. Yeah. Out with the old, in with the new. Keep your heart open. It speaks about giving back as well. Giving back, supporting one another. Yeah, if you can. I know this, like I said, this climate is treacherous right now. The economic climate is very treacherous. Yeah. And then following the Star card, you got the Ace of Wands, which is you, fire babies. Wands are the fire signs. And it speaks a lot about creativity and growth, spiritual growth. Ooh, you got some spiritual growth going on here, fire signs. Using your creativity, enthusiasm. It speaks about urgency. Yeah, it's urgent. It's urgent that you get spiritually grounded, spiritually connected. Travel. Some of y'all may be going on some travel. Challenges, good news, being bold, being daring. It speaks about potential. It's a new beginning. Fertility. You got fertility again and in the middle of your spread. So heavy fertility. When I speak about fertility, I speak about it in two ways. I speak about ovulation. You know, ovulating, conceiving, getting pregnant. Some of y'all may already be pregnant, giving birth. But not only giving birth, you know, physically as women, giving birth to your goals, your dreams, and your desires. You got heavy fertility here. There's a lot of manifestation going on with the fire signs. Yeah. Lots of manifestation, lots of new beginnings. Yeah. There's growth here. Growth. And creativity. Yeah. It also speaks about taking action. You do got the Knight of Wands out here, which is all about taking action. You know, seeing your visions through. Yeah. So I think that's what we doing. That's what we talking about this week with the fire babies. You know, taking action and seeing your visions through. Know that you are connected to the divine. Get spiritually grounded, get spiritually connected, work with a spiritual guide. I feel like that's a lot of this section right here. But yeah, and lots of love. I feel like there's lots of love for the fire signs. People have lots of love for the fire signs. Like the love is overflowing. I also feel like somebody has a love Jones for you. Fire babies, Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah, I feel like somebody has a love Jones for you. It's like they watch you walk, they watch the rhythm in your walk, the way you talk, the way you dress. Like they just got a love Jones about everything about you. Yeah. I feel like they want to marry you, have a baby with you, start a family with you, baby. Ooh, whew. You gotta make sure though. You gotta make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. I've been talking about that a lot this year too. Know what you're getting yourself into when it comes to relationships. When you're opening your legs to people, saying I do to people, having babies by people, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Don't just jump into it. Give yourself some time. At least a year or 2 or 3 before you say I do and start having babies. Yeah. That means have your plan B's on deck, your birth control, whatever your choice of birth control is. Yeah. Yes, indeed. All right, let's go on and get into this shit. Okay, first out we got the magician, the scientist. I call this the scientist. The magician is all about manifestation. I mean, you are a wand. Wands are all about taking action and manifesting their dreams, their goals, and their desires. And baby, you got the magician right here. You have everything under the sun that you need to manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest, fire babies. Look, you got the wand. He has the wand in his hand. He has the magnifying glass in the other hand, which I believe represents the cups. Then you got the coin on the table, and you got the sword on the table. You have every suit. You have everything in front of you to manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest. Yeah, I call the magician the scientist. It's like you're testing shit, seeing what will work, what won't work. I also get magic. I don't know if somebody's doing spell work, voodoo. Is somebody out there doing spell work or voodoo? I don't know if it's you, fire babies, or somebody else that's trying to do some spell work or some voodoo, maybe to make you fall in love with them or some shit. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. But yeah, I feel like you're testing a lot of things, fire babies. You're testing a lot of things out to manifest your goals and your dreams and your desires. Just know that you have everything that you need to manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest. You have the power. Yeah, the magician speaks a lot about power. You have the power. You have the desire to manifest. It's all about logic and concentration. Like I said, look, he's a scientist. I feel like some of y'all could be scientists, mixing shit, trying shit, yeah. But it's about logic and concentration, being resourceful. It also speaks about psychic powers and willpower. I feel like some of y'all got sight. Yeah, psychic powers. What's that show with Raven Simone? She has psychic powers. I think it's called That's So Raven. It's like you can see shit happening. Yeah. Before it even happens. Yeah. Some of you may do tarot. Like I said, I'm a Leo. And I'm sitting here right now doing tarot. Some of you may do tarot, palm reading or whatever. But yeah. You have a knowing. You have a knowing, and I feel like you have a sight, some type of psychic sight. You have power, desire, and manifestation to accomplish anything you want to accomplish, and that's beautiful. I love the magician. But I also feel like somebody's doing some type of spell work. Yeah, some type of spell work, voodoo. I don't know if some of y'all believe in voodoo. I'm not a believer of voodoo. I know my grandmother, she believed in voodoo and things like that. But yeah. Speaking of believing, the Hierophant, you have the right to believe what you want to believe. So do other people. That doesn't make them wrong and you right. or you right and them wrong. You just have to, allow people to believe what they want to believe. Yeah. So the Hierophant is a teacher, someone of the cloth, a counselor, a life coach, a therapist. Take it as it resonates. It's about teachings and beliefs. Let's see. Let's go deeper. Yeah, it's about having spiritual wisdom, religious beliefs, traditions, popes, teachers, sharing wisdom, working with a teacher or mentor, to teach about spiritual values. I don't know. I guess some of you could be teachers or mentors or life coaches, or even someone of the cloth, or either you're working with people of that caliber on spiritual teachings. It speaks about sticking to what you know, your spiritual values, studying. Some of you could be in school, thinking about going back to school. It's backing up the Magician. I just say you have everything under the sun to manifest whatever it is you want to manifest. Yeah, there's a lot of manifestation going on here. You got to trust yourself, follow your beliefs, make sure what you're believing is what you want to believe, make sure it's how you want to live your life. I also get, I get like social groups with the Hierophant, social groups like fraternities, sororities, religious groups, spiritual groups. Take it as it resonates. I also speak about cults, because to be honest with you, in my opinion, religion is a cult to me. When you're believing in something that's teaching you to live a certain way, be a certain way, yeah, to me that's a cult. And you want to make sure that how what you're believing is how you want to live. Some of us were raised to believe certain things. I was just speaking the other day with my cousin. We were having a talk about religion, and I was telling her, I was like, I believe there's a God, because that's what we were raised. But a lot of the teachings, I don't know. Like, my grandmother was Pentecostal, and she always said, women aren't supposed to wear pants. Women are only supposed to wear, dresses and skirts, and they got to be, below the knee. And I'm like, where in the Bible, Nana, does it say that a woman is not supposed to wear pants? Where? Yeah. So I don't know. I think a lot of things are just like made up when it comes to, certain religious groups. Yeah. So that's why I say, you want to make sure what you're believing is the way you want to live. Look, somebody here is pissed the fuck off. This is Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. I feel like somebody is pissed off with the fire babies because of how they live and what they believe in. Yeah. They feel betrayed. Somebody feels betrayed. Somebody feels backstabbed. They want all the fucking smoke. Look at the shit. Look at the people in the back. Stab the fuck up. Somebody's getting revenge. Oh, baby. All right, fire babies. Yeah, I feel like somebody is pissed off with you. They feel betrayed. They feel backstabbed. They want revenge. Yeah, baby. Somebody wants all the fucking smoke here. And I talked about forgiveness in the beginning. Forgiving. I feel like, I don't know if it's you, fire babies, Aries, Leo, Sag, that's feeling betrayed or wanting the smoke and revenge. But I'm sensing that it's somebody else, that's feeling betrayed by one of the fire babies for their beliefs. Yeah. The thing with the Five of Swords, though, is to compromise, make truce, and make peace. Because if it keeps going, if it keeps escalating, it's going to end badly. Somebody could get really hurt. Somebody could end up in the slammer. Yes, 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 yes. Fire babies, I'm going to encourage you, to don't escalate things with people, make truce, make peace, and compromise. I talked about compromise in the beginning, having the maturity, um, you know, to compromise in your relationships. Yeah, because if things keep going and escalating, this is not going to end well. So I'm going to encourage you to, compromise, make truce, make peace where you can, and pray. Yeah, shit. You got the hero from here. Someone of the cloth. Pray over situations, and let the higher power handle the rest. All right, let's get into the middle. Yes, some things are just beyond our control, and we got to hand it over to a higher power. That's why I was speaking in the beginning, saying we have to believe in something higher than us, because, some things are beyond our control, and we just got to give it over, to the higher power. In the middle of your entire spread, you got the Ace of Cups, fire babies. Like I said, this is all about love. Your cup overflowing with love, the love bug coming in, new beginnings, new love, new joy. Yeah, new beginnings, new love, new joy. You got the Page of Pentacles backing this up. So whenever I see page cards, I say honor your inner child. Do something to honor your inner child. It could be going back to school to get that degree you always want to get. It could be learning how to roller skate. It could be taking that vacation you always want to take. Whatever it may be, just make sure you're doing something to honor your inner child. I also speak about childhood healing, healing any traumas from your childhood, working with life coaches, mentors, someone of the cloth, to heal any childhood traumas. If you don't have any childhood traumas, that's great. Maybe you're just, remembering how great your childhood was. Either way, you want to be honoring your inner child and healing your inner child, okay? But yeah, so I don't know. I'm kind of getting immaturity with the page card, immature adults, or children, childish behavior. Yeah, and it's in Pentacles. Pentacles is the earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Those are the Pentacles. They're all about money, work, business, whatever it may be. And it's backing up this Ace of Cups that is overflowing. I feel like your money is overflowing. Maybe you got a new job. Yeah, maybe you went back to school. But I just feel like your cup is overflowing, like your money is up, your money is great. Maybe you're learning how to invest it. Yeah, I just feel like things are overflowing in the money department, in your career. If not, it will be. Yeah. The Page of Pentacles speaks a lot about, planting the seeds to your harvest. Let's get into the Page of Pentacles. Ooh. Yeah, being a go-getter. Manifestation. Again, you got a heavy manifestation here. Financial opportunities. I just said, I feel like you get a new job. I feel like your money is going to be overflowing. If it's not already overflowing, it's going to be overflowing. I feel like your money is just manifesting in a beautiful way. Financial opportunities, skill development, expanding, promising harvest, planting the seeds, new beginnings. There is heavy new beginnings here. Manifesting more blessings. Learning new skills. I just said you could be going back to school, star student. Some of your kids could be star students. I will say my son is graduating. He is a Pentacle. He's a Taurus. I'm so proud of him. He works very hard, and I'm gonna start crying. I'm gonna just leave it. But I'm very proud of him. He has always done well. In elementary school, he started hanging around, other kids getting into stuff. Yeah, but I had to get that rectified. Yeah, you got to get your kids rectified. You got to get them rectified early. Let me say that. You got to get your kids rectified early, because if you let it go, they're going to get away. They're going to get away. I don't know. Maybe that's a message for the fire signs. Get your kids in check early. Yeah. Because, once they get to a certain age and they think they grown and they don't have to listen to you, yeah, it's too late. Yeah, get them in check early. But yeah, I want to go a little deeper. Let's go a little deeper with the Ace of Cups financially, because I just feel like the money is beautiful for the fire signs. The Ace of Cups predicts a successful monetary initiative in your life. There is a good chance that you may be lucky when it comes to investments during this phase of your life. I just said you could be learning, about investing your money, because baby, it's overflowing. You will be able to grow as long as you have done your homework. I said you could be in school and comprehend the conditions of the investment opportunity. You should do proper research. We got the magician here doing the research, testing shit out. You should do proper research and have faith. Baby, then we start with the star card. I can't make this shit up. Have faith in yourself whenever you plan to invest. This will undoubtedly bring you wealth and long-term financial prosperity. The upright Ace of Cups might mainly refer to prospects for innovative thinking and affluence in your profession, from professional projects to promotions, as predicted by tarot card readers. Promotions, new jobs, baby. Getting this tarot card in your reading also signifies how much value money. Getting this card in your reading also signifies how much value money, but it somewhat makes you over accumulate. Refrain from doing that as much as possible, and understand that sometimes spending and purchasing assets could be good for your money sector, but soon on the timeline you must put this factor and go for buying stuff that may aid in your future. Also, take advice and consult people if you feel you lack some knowledge. Yeah. Financial advisors, like I said, going back to school, taking some classes. Maybe you want to get into real estate. Yeah. Learn as much as you can. Learn as much as you can. Consult people if you feel you lack some knowledge, as the cards indicate that things may go downhill if you misjudge them. Oh, you gotta be careful here. Look, and you got the Strength card. I was thinking about the Strength card this whole time. Yeah, the Strength card speaks about having confidence, being strong. The Strength card is the Wands, particularly Leo. Yeah, being strong, being confident, believing in yourself, being brave, having courage. I just said with this Ace of Cups. Yeah, you have to advocate for yourself. If you feel you lack some knowledge, reach out for that knowledge. Yeah, getting this card in, but it somewhat makes you over accumulate. Refrain from doing that as much as possible, and understand that sometimes spending and purchasing assets could be good for your money sector. You must put this factor and go for buying stuff that may aid you in the future. Yeah, it speaks about buying stuff that may aid you in the future. Yeah. But yeah, you gotta have confidence. You gotta believe in yourself, have courage, and be brave. The Strength card speaks a lot about emotions of guilt, regret, shame, anger, sadness. It speaks about It's not. It's okay to feel those emotions, but it's what you do with those emotions that's the key. Um, what's that meme I always see? Once a lady goes through a breakup, the next day she has her degree, she has a new car, she has a new house. You have to take those emotions and apply them to yourself to make yourself better. Yeah. I always get the movie Why Did I Get Married with the strength card, particularly the part with Janet Jackson where her friends show up at her house because she wasn't answering her phone. They show up at her house. She was going through a divorce with her husband, Gavin. And Gavin was giving her such a hard time about the divorce, feeling that he was entitled to some of the money that she made from the book that she wrote. Yeah, he was just being a total asshole about the divorce. And she just went into this rage. She said, I'm tired. She went into this rage. She took this golf club and she started breaking up all the glass and shit in her house. Yes. um, yeah, so I speak about meditation. Meditation could be taking meditation classes or courses. It could be doing yoga. It could be praying. Like I said, I don't know what your religion is. But praying is meditation. Chanting, which is Buddhism, is meditation. Even going to the gym is meditation. Just working out, just working that energy out of your body, blowing off that steam. That's meditation because you don't want to let that shit sit in your body, fire babies. Yeah, you want to move that energy out. Keep a journal. Write down how you're feeling to get it out. At the very least, if you're not working with, someone of the cloth or a life coach or a therapist, at the very least, have a journal where you're writing down your feelings and getting it out. Yeah, and most importantly, you want to be brave. You want to be strong, especially when it comes to your finances. I'm kind of getting a relationship here too. I said the love bug was coming in, but it's in cups. I don't know. I feel like a lot of y'all could be going through breakups and divorces as well. You gotta be brave. You gotta be brave. You gotta choose yourself. Have confidence. Yeah. And breakups and divorces and things like that are hard. Yeah, they cause sadness and anger and rage and shame and shit like that. Like, why did I even marry that motherfucker? Why did I have kids by that motherfucker? Yeah, you get all those type of feelings, but it's what you do with those feelings that matter. Take those feelings and level the fuck up, baby. Okay. Alright, we're gonna end it over here. Let's get into it. We got the Knight of Wands here. I always get abusive men with the Knight of Wands. Let's see what this shit is about. Alright, so we got a Knight of Wands here. So with Knights, I get male energy. Some type of male that's like a knight in shining armor. Coming into your life. They want to be the hero. They want to save the day. This is in Wands. They could be a fire sign such as yourself. Like I said, Leo, Aries, or Sag. Yeah, but I do get aggressive men, abusive men, dangerous men with the Knight of Wands. But something about that might excite you, fire baby. Something about this Knight excites you. But look at the horse like, whoa, let's think this shit through, baby. Yes, think it through. Like I said in the beginning, you got to make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Even though, I will say fire signs are pretty compatible with each other, but not at the expense of them whooping your ass, being aggressive and abusive and putting you in dangerous situations. No, no, you're not compatible to that degree. No, you want to remove yourself from that shit. But mainly the Knight of Wands speaks about pursuing your ideas. Yes, fire babies, it's time to pursue your ideas, your passions, get motivated, have your vision clear. Yeah, it speaks a lot about your visions, and bringing them to life, bringing them to reality, being bold, being courageous, believing in yourself, having confidence. Yes, this might be some type of man that gives you that confidence. you know, to pursue your visions. Yeah. Um, is thrilling. Something thrilling and something is thrilling and exciting here. Um, fire babies. Um, didn't speak ego, cockiness. Yeah, ego, cockiness. Potential. Your potential is limitless. You can do anything. Yeah, but again, it speaks about cocky men, big egos, highly attractive. Um, want to be in your presence. It's like, I don't know if this is a man. I said in the beginning, there's somebody watching you that has a love Jones for you. I feel like there's some type of man that wants to be in your presence, or there's someone you want to be in their presence. It's like thrilling to you and exciting. This person is thrilling and exciting, or they find you thrilling and exciting. But it says start including others. You could be something of a loner. I know I'm definitely a loner. But it says start including others. You know, people, like I said, people love you. They want to be a part of what you got going on, fire babies. They want to help bring your visions to light. Yeah. So yeah, it says start including others. It also speaks about, I said, look at the horse. There's some type of danger. There are consequences to your actions. It speaks about consequences to your actions, rushing, no patience. Make sure your ideas align with your goals. Yeah. And pay attention to your actions. There are consequences. Take your time. Take your time, young man. Mama used to say, don't you rush to get old. Mama used to say, live your life. Live your life. Make sure your ideas align with your goals here. Yeah, this is about taking action. Taking action, seeing your visions through, not rushing. Just taking your time. Be aware of danger. You know, with your visions, your goals, your desires. That could include men as well, because like I said, I get men with the Knight of Wands. Backing this up, you got the Three of Pentacles, baby. Teamwork makes the fucking dream work. It speaks about working together, pooling your resources together, learning from one another, teaching one another. It's mentorship. Yeah, it's mentorship. Where you're learning from one another, teaching one another, pooling your energy and resources. Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work, okay? Let's get into the Knight of Pentacles financially, because like I said, Pentacles are about money and career and work. It is backing up the Knight of Wands. Let's get into it. Yes, with the Knight of Wands, it's like you're energetic, you're courageous, charming, heroic, fearless, hot-tempered, rebellious, free spirit, hasty, adventurous, warm, confident, exciting, self-assured, brave, open-minded, flirt. I'm a flirt. How that song go by R. Kelly? I haven't listened to R. Kelly music in so long. It's crazy. Don't bring your girl to the club. I'm a flirt. Somebody said, R. Kelly said, don't bring your girl to the club. I'm a flirt. Don't bring your man to the club. I'm a flirt. I don't know, fire babies. Maybe y'all flirting with other people, man or woman. Be careful. Like I said, consequences and repercussions to actions. Yeah, flirt, traveling, sweeping off the feet. Ooh, somebody sweeping somebody off their feet. Yes, indeed. All right, we're gonna get into this financially though. Be prepared for a good time, because the Knight of Wands in the upright position is an excellent omen in finance and money. Oh, child. This card hints that you are soon about to receive a large sum of money, uplifting your mood and energy. Baby, I need it, okay? I got a child going to college. The tarot card reading says that with the Knight of Wands, It is the right time to spend some bucks for a lovely trip or a luxurious vacation. You might think you should save the money you have received or invest it somewhere to return it with a profit. Although these are also good ways to use your finances, going on a trip or vacation is an excellent experience because even if your money is not doubled or saved, you will learn a lot of new things and broaden your horizons. So it's saying take a trip. Take a trip to broaden your horizons. The Knight of Wands suggests that you take this trip, which will help you get more insightful and ultimately help you with your life. Ooh. This could be some type of life-changing trip going on here. Yeah. This card suggests you be aware of mindless spending, like buying unnecessary but trendy things, and instead use it for something adventurous. Go on an adventure. I said with the Page of Pentacles, honor your inner child. Take that trip you always wanted to take. Yeah. And you deserve the long and relaxing vacation because you are getting it with the help of your hard-earned money. You worked hard, baby. Take that trip. Look, you got the King of Cups here now. This is another man. This is an older man, an elder. This is an older man, an elder. Kings, I get fathers. I get husbands, grandfathers, uncles, brothers. Take it as it resonates as male energy. It's in cups, which is, like I said, is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It's all about mastering your emotions and your feelings. This king is an elder. He has mastered his emotions and feelings. He knows how to deal with things diplomatically. Yeah. This is all about maintaining your control, while balancing your emotions and your feelings. Yeah. Oh. This could be this is something financial. This is the second man that done came out in this section. Let's get into the King of Cups. Maybe you're dating an older man, married to an older man. Or like I said, this could be your father or your grandfather, an uncle or a brother. Take it as it resonates. The King of Cups speaks about romantic proposals. Look at here. There go that love bug coming in, baby. We started out with that song, You Got Love. Feel it all on you, smell it all on you. Yes. Somebody loves the hell out of you, fire babies. Yeah, they want to marry you. Romantic proposals, offers, invitations. It speaks about, this is the Knight of Cups. Oh, sorry. Look, the Knight of Cups done walked in. But I feel like the Knight of Cups is here. Somebody wants to marry you. There's a romantic proposal, offer, invitation, chivalry, charm, beauty. Ugh. Yeah. I don't know, but something about this man doesn't feel too good to me. Because like I said, the water signs are not compatible with the fire signs. The water signs, they like to use their emotions and their feelings to manipulate. Yeah, I always say they just suck the fucking happy right out of the fire signs. Yeah. I feel like whatever this situation is, you got to be careful what you're getting yourself into, fire babies. But yeah, the King of Cups, now we're in the right section, speaks about loyalty, faithful, a spiritual advisor, being sympathetic, being considerate, harmonious, compassionate, attractive, dedicated, family oriented, simple. Yeah. Let's get into money with this. I'm running out of time. I feel like there's some men on this section over here. The King of Cups, on the other hand, denotes a certain degree of financial security. Yeah, maybe these men provide you with financial security and stability. Your careful decision making abilities are what led to this steadiness. This card can serve as a helpful reminder to exercise caution and logic while making significant expenditures or investments, as well as to date an emotional urge. Mm. The upright King of Cups in the Royal Arcana might occasionally represent a knowledgeable, sympathetic, and sincere advisor who can assist you or find employment that will meet your demands. Additionally, this card provides an emotional balance with rational and practical needs. Um, it is a symbol of sound finances. Like I said, I feel like your money is pretty stable and sound. Your cup is overflowing. Something feels tricky though. I feel like there's some type of man. Oh, your sound judgment and sensible thought led to this equilibrium. This card serves as a reminder to exercise caution and common sense while making a significant commitment or satisfying an emotional demand. Whether it's with money or with love, use your common sense, exercise caution while making a significant commitment or satisfying an emotional demand. The King of Cups occasionally represents a more seasoned, sensitive, and loving counsel or mentor who can assist you in creating a job that will be emotionally gratifying. The balance between one's emotional wants and rational practical needs is another theme of this song. You know, balancing your emotional wants, rational and practical needs is another theme of this card. What we got at the bottom of the deck? Ooh, the Two of Wands, which is you. Some type of balancing act going on. But I always say the show must go on. The show must go on here, fire babies. Something's been a balancing act. I'm feeling like with your finances and even with men or women, whatever your sexual preference is, you know, with your finances and with your love life, I feel like things have been like a balancing act. The show must go on. You have to get out of your comfort zone here. Yeah. There's a whole world out there for you to see. I spoke a lot about traveling, taking some type of travel or adventure for more insight to help to help you get more insight on life. Yeah, the show must go on here. I don't know. I'm kind of getting like divorce. I had like divorce and breakup over here with why did I get married? It could have been like a balancing act, but the show must go on, baby. You gotta live your life. Like I said, Mama said, live your life. Mama used to say, live your life. Live your life. Live your life. All right, let's do some oracles, and I'm gonna get up out of here because I'm running out of time. Balance. I just said something's a balancing act over here. Harmony, equilibrium, center, and calm. Meditation. I spoke about meditation. Get things into a balance. Get things into alignment. You know, where there's harmony, where there's equilibrium, where you're centered, where you're calm, where you're living in peace. Yeah. Quickening. Something's happening quick, fast, and in a hurry, baby. Discovery, acceleration, knowledge, and source. I feel like there's some type of truth coming to light. Yeah. And you're going to be moving forward quickly with the discovery. Yeah. With the knowledge that you receive, baby, you're going to be moving quick, fast, and in a hurry. Look, and then you got confidence. We've been talking about that the whole time. With the strength card. Be assured. Be motivated. Oneness. Positivity. Think positive, baby. You got the Hierophant card here, baby. The Hierophant card... the Hierophant card goes to the beat of his own drum, okay? He is his own teacher. All the wisdom he seeks comes from within. Fire babies, follow your own path. Follow your own path. Don't be a follower. Make your own way. Trust yourself. Get out of your comfort zone and trust yourself. Um, you don't need approval, to manifest the type of life that you want to manifest for yourself. Yeah. Question everything. The Hierophant says, question everything. Yeah, baby. Ask questions. Ask questions. All right, fire babies. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm definitely gonna leave it here. Look, now you got heavy responsibilities and obligations, and yeah, that's you. You gotta delegate. You gotta start delegating shit to other people. Yeah. Some shit is not yours to carry, fire babies. You gotta start delegating shit to other people, okay? Yeah. Or you're gonna burn out. Or you're gonna burn the fuck out. And that's the last thing you wanna do. Take some time for yourself. Yeah. It spoke a lot about traveling and taking time for yourself. It's time. We're in June. We're in June now. It's almost, the weather's getting nice. We headed for summer, baby. Take some time for yourself, fire signs, and enjoy life. All right. I'll talk to you next time. Love you. Bye.